What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging on, waiting on the stream to start. For those of you catching replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications with these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So, got 2 fragrances in, and I don't know. I've heard good things about 502. You know, seems like they're sending a bottle to fucking everyone. Calling it what it is. They'll see this. They're not going to like me saying this. I don't care. I say what I want. Everybody and their mama's getting this. But there's one opinion I've heard, because that's my boy, and he seems to love it. We're talking about my main man, Dedrick, my brother from another mother. He seems to love this. Iris Cacao Papyrus is all I know about it. I heard a brief little bit in the shorts video from Dedrick on his Instagram reel, actually. Seemed to like it. I trust Dedrick. Sounds like something I might enjoy. So, I mean, I was going to give it a chance anyway. You know me, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And then Tumi Dusk. I'm notoriously not a huge Tumi guy outside of 19 Degree. Continuum's pretty damn good. And that's really the two for me. Continuum and 19 Degree. I have nothing against Awaken and Unwind and the Distilled. Like, they're all pretty good, but there's nothing that, like, captivates me outside of Continuum and especially 19 Degree. Their last release is, like, their best fragrance to me. This has that same twisty bottle, only it's blue. Is it a blue fragrance? I don't know. I know nothing about this, no write-ups. So Avant-Garde reached out. Would you like to check it out? Sure, of course, I want to check it out. Again, no expectation other than the color of the bottle is blue. But again, I state, just because they're free doesn't mean they're good. I ain't that guy. I want to make that very clear right now, because I know there's this stigma. And yeah, sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit. If it falls in between, I'll tell you why I think it falls in between. So we will discuss those throughout this live stream. And if I like them, I'll encourage you to sample them, because they're not cheap. I would not recommend blind buying them, even if they are 10 out of 10, which I highly doubt, because I hold those sacred. I've only given out 2 ever. So the likelihood of 10s are almost non-existent here for these, but could be really good. I don't know. If they're really good, I'll tell you they're really good. If they're okay, they're just okay. I don't know if they'll be remarkable, like remarkable people. My sin of the day today from Ital Libre d'Orange. Recently, Mike over at Fragrance Fraternity was sampling some Ital Libre d'Orange fragrances. When he got to this is what made me jump on his stream for a few minutes. I love this fragrance. I've been having it on the desk since, I think it was early last week, mid last week, midway through the week. And it's like, I'm going to wear that in the next week or so. I'm going to wear it. So today's the day. Juicy, bright grapefruit, effervescent champagne. It's very aromatic. It's unisex. It's super easy to wear, but it's also pretty interesting. It doesn't remind me of other citrus aromatics, because that's what I would classify this as. That's what I'm sure it's classified as. I didn't check. Probably their safest fragrance that I've tried. Their safest fragrance for sure. This is a damn good fragrance. If you haven't tried this one, this is like the safe play from them. They got some relatively safe fragrances, but this is the top of the mountain for likability, in my opinion. And that's what we're rocking today. Remarkable people. I do find it to be remarkable for being such an approachable, safe fragrance. You know, let's get caught up in the chat. We got, almost 4 minutes in. We got 72 people. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on the way in. What kind of crowd are we going to have? Who knows? Whoever shows up, I'm thankful for. I appreciate you guys. And around the 10, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes in, depends on how things are going with the chat. We'll dive into one of these two. Probably the blue bottle first, because I'm just going to assume based on the color, it's the fresher of the two. I like to typically try to start with the fresher fragrances. This is an assumption based on the color. I don't know. We'll find out. Mr. M.A. Styles, Polo Cologne Intense, even put it as his avatar. That's what I'm talking about. I haven't worn that one in a while. It doesn't get love at all, but it's actually pretty damn good. Very fresh grapefruit, cypress, green, violet leaf. I think it's got violet leaf. Fresh green, citrus, and broxin. It's a good fragrance, I think, anyways. Very green, very spring-forward, fall, daytime kind of thing. John's wearing Bois de Vetiver, another green fragrance. Haven't tried that one. Bois de Yuzu is great, though. Bentley Absolute, FWO for life. Hell yeah. Kaylin, what's going on, sir? How are you? Sin of the day in the mail. Clive Christian, Jump Up and Kiss Me, Hedonistic. You have definitely become quite the Clive Christian fan, I got to say. Kara, Coconut Girl, how are you? Gentleman EDP. Flame emojis warranted here. Hit that like in on your way and show some love. I sure appreciate that. Sin of the day is Triumph of Bacchus. In my opinion, the best fragrance Christian's ever made. It's my favorite tobacco fragrance, too. It's so good. Never tried this one from La Tapa. The pro level, I only follow certain events, like I did watch the Olympia. How you're asking? My posing coach competed at the amateur Olympia earlier in the week. He won his class in classic physique, and he went up for the overall. He only needed to beat one. Top 3 got pro cards at the amateur Olympia, and he took 4th in the overall. He just had to place 1 spot higher in the overall, and he would have turned pro. My friend Sia is going. She's got this weekend. I talk to her almost every day at the gym. We share the same coach. She just won a wellness overall in Panama City at Muscle for Heart 3 weeks ago. That was her warm-up show. Now she's doing a regional show in Boca Raton this Saturday to have a shot at going to nationals for her pro card. I'm sure she's going to win too. She's phenomenal physique for wellness. My friend Courtney turned pro earlier this year in wellness. Michael Gassaway, my favorite IFBB pro. You guys see him here in the chat all the time. One of my original subscribers. He's an IFBB pro. He did his pro debut was last month in San Antonio. He did a pro show. Point being, I follow my friends. I got a couple of friends. Marissa turned pro in 2 divisions this year. The show I competed at, Marissa won the overall for physique and for women's bodybuilding. Then she went to, that was her warm-up show. Then she went to nationals and turned pro. My mentor who owns a gym and where I'm from, him and his wife, Country and Ariel, they compete constantly. So I'm very involved with it. Like I would say on a day-to-day basis, most people I talk to are in fitness more so than in the fragrance space. I would say it's like 60-40 people I talk to on a daily basis, 40% in the fragrance space, 60% in the fitness industry. So I don't completely follow every show, but regionally and locally, and then the people I know, of course, that's what I follow. Thank you for asking, though. How about Rouge Parfum? Mancera Eternal Wood. I have not tried that one. Good to see you, sir. Aqua Cinzial Blue. Excellent choice. I'm doing well, Neil. Hope you're doing okay. Rear ended my little car and gave me that concussion. Okay, so it's coming back to you. Brioni EDP. Love the violetness. I think the original is a great DNA. Big Man, Big Lifestyle, celebrating birthday number 45. Happy birthday, sir. Big Man, Big Lifestyle, Big Dog Fragrance with Creed Aventus. You get a soft live stream clap. Everybody that hasn't already, wish Big Man, Big Lifestyle a happy birthday, which I see a lot of people have. Neil's birthday is in 3 days. The best high-end women's fragrance on the market, that's hard. That would mean I have experience with a litany of high-end women's fragrances. So I would personally, if you want to ask a content creator anyways, ask a lady content creator that actually wears women's fragrances, not one that wears men's fragrances or just reviews men's fragrances and unisex stuff all the time. Ask one that literally explores women's perfumes. That would be a better bet, because my wife have a sizable collection comparatively to just the average person. But I mean, she's not into it the way I am, where she's constantly trying new things. So basically, this household won't be able to answer your question, unfortunately. So I apologize, but that's the God's honest truth. I can't help you there. I can tell you a few things that she has experience with, but is that going to be the best high-end women's fragrance? I mean, it's all subjective anyway, but I'm not the person to answer this question. Yeah, that's it. I won't be able to help him with the same. I appreciate you trying to help, Neil, but yeah, I can't help him. You need to ask the right person. I'm somebody for men's fragrances because I explore thousands of men's fragrances. If I was a lady wearing ladies stuff, I would be exploring most of that. Then I'd be more educated on providing an answer. Make sense? Because I'm definitely not educated enough on that to provide any value in that answer. Dylan Blue, founder of Rack Store 30 ml Jazz Club with 100 ml. I saw a couple of people been finding that. Good find, Ryan. Yeah, that's a great find. I agree. Luis, good to see you, sir. Office for Men, and then tonight wearing rosé. You saw a live stream clap for rosé for sure. That's impeccable. Montal Wooden Spices. I think you wore that last stream. I think that was your scent of the day too, if I remember correctly. Polo Blue, the Holiday Bear Edition. All right. Prada Luna Rosa Sport, the old one or the new one? I don't know if it changed, but they got a new version, apparently. Givenchy Play Intense, I've never tried. Care with K, Good to see you. Zara, the most wanted EDP, my favorite of the bunch, the black bottle. Frederick Mall, Musk Ravager for Joel. Good to see you. Dame, how are you, my man? Hayati Black from Latafa. I've never tried that one. Good to see you. Best fragrance to watch NFL games at the bar with friends. Depends on your taste. You gotta wear what you like. So I'd have to know your taste to throw a recommendation out there to you. White floral and fresh notes. Isn't a big fan of oud or tobacco. White floral, fresh white floral. Something jasmine or freesia. Because all I can think of, like a lot of Heidi's white floral stuff's either really thick tuberose or very tropical, like beachy stuff. So I don't know if any of that sounds enticing, but I could throw some of those recommendations out there. Saga, good to see you. Black Opium Le Parfum. That's somebody that could probably help you. Saga, I tell you right now, she might throw out Alien, though, because Alien's definitely, based on what I see her put as her scent of the day all the time, she loves her some Mugler Alien. She may tell you Alien. But Saga, I don't know if you want to chime in on this. You would be much more educated in answering that question than I would. Ambassador's such a good fragrance. My bottle of rosé is actually coming in about an hour. I love sampled it. All right, then. Stuff's actually magic. That I do agree. Super zingy, almost citrusy rose on me. It's a lot of Turkish rose at the top. And there's rose super essence, the same rose note, really expensive rose oil. That's exclusive to mine. That's also the rose note that's in Evening Mystique, my second fragrance. Yeah, it's a pricey rose note. It's a litany of roses. They list Turkish rose and Bulgarian rose, but rose super essence is also in there. Good to see you. Ministry Oud Satin. Dolce & Gabbana K. Can't go wrong there. Do they have anything that smell good? Can you type that again? I don't know what you're asking. Quez, good to see you, sir. Ooh, man, there's an argument that's more interesting than ombre leather. Got to say, if you like ombre leather, you'll like purple suede, by the way, guys. At least I think. Azaro Nighttime Pour Homme. Sven, good to see you, sir. Penhaligon's Kirkus? Is that how you say that? I'm probably messing that up. Let's see, Chad. Good to see you, sir. Signature Seraphim Red. Great choice. Good afternoon, everyone. It's the end of the day. Percival. I mean, you can never go wrong with Percival. I don't care what anybody says. I'm trying to get used to the one. I'm still trying to figure out your first comment. John Doe, I'm trying to figure out your first comment, my man. Marty, good to see you, sir. YSL myself, Le Parfum. Not too shabby. Now, that's another one that's tough for me because I don't know if it cracks my top 10 best releases of the year. Because I don't know if you heard me mention the other day, I'm going to be doing 3 instead of just best and worst. There's going to be an in-between list. The ones that are like really good releases, but not better than the 10 best, but also much better than the 10 worst. So it's like there's an adjustment this year because there's just been so many good designer releases, I think, this particular year. So that's going to be either just making it into the best 10 or it might be in the second tier. I don't know, but it's a damn good release. That's where I'm having this conundrum with these designers. Let's see. Starting to become chilly here in the Philippines. Shout outs to the Philippines. Versace Eros EDP. I wore Eros Parfum the last 2 days. Speaking of Eros, say his name, say the Eros name, and Jay appears. Lacoste Blanc Eau Intense, my favorite version. Let's get those likes up, y'all. It just takes a second to show a little love. And this world needs more love. That you get a soft live stream clap for that statement. Big time super facts. I agree. Clive Christian has become my favorite house. I'm going to make you that 10 ml of Montclair Le Corday and a surprise. Oh, come on now. You don't have to send me. I still got freaking Lorenzo Pizzaglia decants to go through, which I did one on Dedrick's stream the other day. Vampire Rum. We did that one on the stream. I'm pretty sure you saw. Marcel ran into you need to get somebody it blew. My man, I just can't decipher some of your comments. I really can't. 80 degrees. It was like 85, 86 today. Like it warmed up a little bit. It's supposed to drop here pretty soon. I'm sure. Like it's 80 right now. No, it's going to be low 80s all week. The highest, we got 3 days at 84 over the next 7 days. Lows are 62 to 64 degrees. So it's going to be mid 80s. It's going to be warm, but not like scorching hot. The humidity is not overbearing because we always have that mild, at least a mild breeze coming off the water because the water is literally right there. So love it here. Good to see you, sir. Tell me if you get what I mean. A good way to describe Valentino Yellow Dream. All right. Better version of Wanted. See, the only thing I have against that statement is Wanted OG is very spicy. Whereas I don't think this is the Yellow Dreams right here, obviously. I get the tie-in minus the spice because this doesn't have a lot of spice. I debated on this it was between this and Remarkable People. I debated on wearing this today. I'm gonna get it in the rotation this week. That's why it's right there. I see where you're coming from, though. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Good to see you, Sean. Never heard of this fragrance. Joe Profundo. I guarantee you have some money with that. My decipher is that you really like Acqua di Gio Profondo. It's a good one too. I like that one too. I like that. I'm trying to decipher it. I promise I'm not trying to make fun of you or nothing. I'm just trying to decrypt because it's not the most well-typed thing, and there's a little bit of a communication breakdown, but I'm doing my best. So I'm working with you, big dog. I'm working with you. Tumi Awakened Distilled. See, I don't dislike any of the Tumi fragrances. There's only two that really speak to me that ever make me want to wear them. Most Wanted Parfum's a good one. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm starting with Tumi Dusk. We're 17 minutes in. It's time to get it. We got 104. I guess just the core is coming to this one. Oh God, yeah. I'm the biggest of cheerleaders when it comes to people succeeding in this space because there's a different kind of bond when you make friends doing this when it's competitive bodybuilding involved because you each know the struggle the other's going through at different stages. Like I'm not in prep right now. Like I'm early stages of prep where I'm recomping because I am tightening up a little bit. Body fat percentage is slowly dropping a little bit. Abs are coming back out even more again. They never disappeared, but they weren't as visible. But now everything's tightening up a bit more, and I'm staying full and strong, and I'm still recovering well. Like I'm because we're going to start going into prep in about 6 weeks, like mid-December. So roughly beginning, like first, second week of December. But anyways, point being, when I see people actively in prep, like it's easier to relate to. So you always have something to talk about because when you're in prep, all you want to talk about is what's going on day to day in your operations. You know what I mean? So when you have somebody that can relate to it, does it themselves, that's the people that are going to want to have the conversation with you. Because not everybody wants to talk about this shit. You know, only those going through it ever want to talk about prep. You know, that's a boring subject to people that don't care about bodybuilding. So that's where these bonds get built. So I'm, like I said, I'm the biggest of cheerleaders when it comes to my friends competing. I love it. I love it. I went to Muscle Hard a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to be at the Boca Raton show, but yeah, I like going to the shows. And my wife loves going to the shows even, you know, because going through prep with me, she has a newfound respect for it. Because being the wife of somebody dealing with that, she made my life a lot easier through the process. And your significant other goes through prep in a different manner, but still goes through prep with you. Shiaka Red. Oh man, it's been a little while, but that's a great clone. Really is. So I'm gonna skip ahead and we're gonna dive into this first fragrance. I apologize that I'm having to skip, but I need to. You know, I apologize. I see some of the names. I'm slowly sliding on down the chat. Suits and Scents. Good to see you, sir. Dapper Douglas. That's a new name. Nishane Colonis. Great first outing in my live chat. You get a soft live stream class. Welcome to taking part in the best smelling live chat on social media, not just on YouTube. Everybody's awesome here. You'll see. Welcome. I don't know if you've been watching in the past or it's just your first time commenting that I'm aware of. It's an impactful fragrance too. It's not an everyday kind of thing. I mean, there's some people I'm sure that would wear it every day, not me, very situational, but it's got that wow factor. It's definitely special. But I see we got Terrence in the house. We got a lot of familiar names. Good to see all of you. Deadhead. I see you guys as I'm sliding down. Speaking of my guy. Because when you're FWO, you are FWO for life. I gave you some props in the intro. I said it seems like I kind of shit on Bon Parfumeur a little bit, saying they're sending these to literally everyone. I've seen everybody has this bottle. And then I said, but there is one opinion I care about that I've seen because I saw your reel. I was like, so I trust Dedrick. So, because part of me wants to like hope it's bad, even though it's Iris and I know it's going to be good. Part of me wants to hope it's bad so I can be that one person that's like, it's not that good. But I have a feeling it's going to be really good. I mean, based on what you said, you had to say about it, it's like, okay, I trust Dedrick. So, because that's the thing, I was kind of disappointed in them when they reached out because Bon Parfumeur typically doesn't reach out to everybody, but when they're flooding with bottles, that's not a good look. That's why we get a stigma, guys. Bon Parfumeur, I know you'll see this. They're not going to, I said in the beginning, they're not going to like what I just said. I don't care. They stop sending me bottles. I'll live. I'll critique fairly, but, you know, I'm going to say what I want to say at all times. But that's the thing I find disappointing because that's where we get the stigmas when they just, you get a bottle, you get a bottle, you get a bottle. They turn into Oprah. That's. I'm not saying there aren't a lot of content creators that would deserve to be on a PR list. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a bad look for the brand to just sling bottles out all over the place. Even if it's the greatest fragrance in sliced bread, some people are going to look at it with an asterisk because immediately they go to, oh, you got it for free. And so they take some of our credibility away unless they really get to know you. Like you guys in the live chat, you hang with me all the time. You understand how I operate. If I really like it, I really like it. If I don't like it, you go see it. So just a little quick tangent. Because that's the thing I noticed. And I was kind of like, you know, not trying to take bottles out of people's hands, but I wish they'd have been, you know, a little bit tamer with slinging bottles around to, you know, maybe not to 100 people, maybe to 20. You know, it's not a good look for the brand. It's just not. Who's trolling? Who are we talking about? I don't know. You guys got wrenches for a reason. I trust y'all. We got like 3 or 4 moderators in here. So, see, he's super excited about it. I trust him. That's my guy. You know, I'm not saying I don't trust anybody. I haven't watched what anybody else had to say, but I have noticed a shitload of people got it. And that's why I was kind of raised an eyebrow like, So all you motherfuckers are helping tie into the stigma. And immediately when this shows up in one of my thumbnails, I'm going to get thrown into that shit. No matter what I think now, I'm a shill. So I hate that shit. I know. That's like I said, I saw your unboxing first impression reel situation. Well, look, I've been getting bottles from them for years, but they never just sling them all over the place to people. It was kind of like not everybody really knew that they were giving out PR. They were very selective. And I'm not saying they're not being selective. I'm saying it looks like they're being less selective because so many people have it. I don't want it to be an exclusivity thing. Again, I'm not trying to take bottles out of people's hands. I'm looking at it as perception as an audience member on how it looks. Like I get where people want to give us that stigma because I understand the optics. I'm a big optics guy. So I get that kind of shit, you know? So it's without the C. It's just SHILLS. So anyways, so, all right. Dedrick, I can't cave to you. I already told everybody I was going to do this one first because I try to go with the fresher of the two because I'm confident this isn't a fresh fragrance. Gourmand and intense is how it's described. That's not a fresh fragrance. So we're going to start with the fresher one. I was attacked the other day. See, I'm not surprised. That's what I'm talking about because some people won't give you that chance, and it's not your regular viewers. It's people that are searching, looking at shit. Like if all of a sudden there's free bottles going around of this one particular thing, there's people that don't have anything else going on, and they'll take the time to go piece of content to piece of content talking shit. Because mental illness is rampant in the fragrance community online. There's a lot of fucked in the head people. Some of them are watching right now. Yeah. If you feel like I'm talking about you, I'm talking about you. Shoe fits, wear it, you know. So let's check this out. Again, I have no clue other than the look of the bottle, which I love 19 degree with the twist style. This metallic blue, almost gradient like it is. This is a cool looking bottle. I have no idea what the profile is supposed to be. I'm under the assumption it's the fresher of the two. Let's see what we're working with. It's a little powdery. Out in the air anyways, a little powdery. Oh yeah, don't tell me nothing, D. I haven't heard anything from anyone. I see on YouTube he said he's been spending time with this. I haven't heard nothing about nothing. When the rep reached out to ask, I didn't see nothing about what it's described or anything. So, to working with. It's definitely gonna be fresher than that, but that's familiar. It's got like this somewhat cooling effect. It's a little fruity and fresh powdery. This is good. It's not, oh my God, wow, but it's pretty damn good. I don't think it's anything flowery creating the powder because I don't get a floral accord. I mean, I could be wrong here. It doesn't smell floral, but it is powdery, distinctively powdery. It might be tonka bean. This is a little sweet. It's like a fresh powdered blue, almost kind of like Aqua Cinziali blue. Not exactly, but like that's the visual I'm getting here of something I can kind of tie it to relate for you guys. It's kind of in that vein. It's not as fresh spicy because Aqua Cinziali Blue's got that fresh spicy accord pretty dominant at the top. There's a little bit of that going on, but there's like a powdered woody sweetness with a little bit of fruit going on here. I like this. So I have So Avant-Garde's site pulled up. Let's go check it out. Tumi. Must be on the second page. There we go. Dusk Extrait de Parfum. Bergamot, neroli, lemon, pepper. There you go. C notes, nice and fresh. Violet leaves and C note. Vetiver, amber, musk. What is creating this powdery accord then? None of that is typically powdery. Not even neroli. Neroli is typically kind of soapy. And it's not like a, so some people really don't like neroli. So to any of you that happen to see this, whether live or in replay, it's not a heavy neroli fragrance. So if you're not a fan of neroli, have no fear. It's not like a dominant neroli note. It's not that super white floral soapy smell, the orange flower and all that. Hint, but I wouldn't call it heavy on the neroli. I do like this though. I do like this. This is worthy of a sample. To answer the question in the thumbnail and the title, this is worthy of a sample. Like Dedrick mentioned in the comments, it is definitely versatile, but you have to like powdery. Maybe it's my skin. I don't know. Dedrick, do you get powder on your skin from this one? It's a fresh, woodsy, powdery fragrance. Clearly, the only woody note here is vetiver, so it must be a lot of vetiver because it is nice and woodsy. I'm pretty into this one. I do like this. So let me read this. Fragrance that embodies his true unparalleled character, resilient and timeless, pushing strength to unprecedented heights, infused with our patented long-lasting technology. Dusk delivers a superior experience built to outlast anything that crosses its path. Ordinary becomes distant memory, as extraordinary becomes everyday reality. Woody aromatic, I agree. It's I would call it like a woody aromatic musk, honestly, because I do get some musk. Is musk listed? Musk is listed. It's nice, clean musk. Maybe that's contributing to this kind of powdery smell I'm getting, because I get a nice, clean musk, kind of like the clean muskiness that I get from the named fragrance from Authenticity Perfume's Clean Musk. That's actually the name of the fragrance for those of you not familiar. It's called Authenticity Perfume's Clean Musk. It's that similar type of cleanliness. Like this is a very clean fragrance that's not super soapy. There is a soapiness to it, but it's not over the top like bar soap or shower gel. The elements are there. They're just not overdone. This is a pretty damn good fragrance. I would throw an 8 out of 10 at this one. This is a great fragrance. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's not super unique, but it's also not a bunch of the same. For a blue bottle, I would consider this a blue fragrance too. in the same vein that I consider Aqua Cinziali blue. I paint them in kind of a similar category of blue. This is a denser blue that I think would work better in milder weather like the current season, because it's probably a little much in high heat humidity because it's got this powderiness to it. It's still fresh. It's still very fresh. And I'm sure if you just easy on the sprays, no big deal in the humidity. But this is one that I think offers a lot of versatility, likability, and as long as you like a powdered musk, you'll probably dig this one. This is worth a sample. 2 ml samples are $6.50. You can save 10% on top of that, save 65 cents in the link down below with the code, or not. It's up to you. You could tell me to go screw myself, whatever. Just throw it out there. If you value my opinion and any of this sounds good, it's worth a sample. I think this was definitely worth a sample. It's not a passable fragrance. This is potentially anybody that's into blue fragrances, probably worthy of adding to your collection because it's not more of the same, which is very hard to do in this genre. This category in particular is very, very difficult to do. It's pretty damn nice. That one's gonna get worn this week. That's a good one. That's worth a sample, I think, anyways. Yeah, that's fair. Damn. Sorry, man, because I already told everybody I was going to start with Dusk, because I always try to do what I think is going to be the fresher of the two. But I mean, we won't take too long. We'll dive into 502. Don't worry, because I know I love Iris, and if you love it, that's why I think you're eager to see what I'm going to say. Okay, noted. Drew, good to see you, sir. Aventos Green. It's a Green Irish Tweed clone mass. I've never even heard of this. Aventos Green. Like Mentos, but Aventos. All right, then. Yeah, the bottle's gorgeous. It's even nicer than the blacked out 19 degree, which 19 degree is a great release for them. That's my favorite. It's still my favorite. I think 19 degree is still their best fragrance. Fair enough. It's been in my PO box for like a week. I pulled it out the PO box on Saturday. It was there for like a week, and then I saw all the videos coming out last week, and I was like, "Ah, fuck me, here we go. Now we're all shills." I have no affiliate link. They sent a bottle. I don't care about a free bottle, guys. I got over 2,000 bottles. I don't care about that kind of stuff. Okay. French Avenue Divine Asylum Elysium clone. Yeah, I've heard good things. 902 and 903. I have 903, I think. I got 803, 503, 801. I have 801. I'm trying to think, because I got a few. Slinging bottles all over the place is not a good look. Go ask me. Y'all put too much stock into what Mark had to say, man. Shout outs to Mark. Who cares? That's a good fragrance. That's one of the better niche releases of the year for me. That will be in my top 10. I do like it to the original. I do find it redundant, as the clip he used in his video. I do find it redundant, but it's the one I prefer. I like the mint leaf in it. Y'all put too much stock into anything we say, he says, anybody says, that he say, she say shit. The best advice I could ever give, if you give a shit what I think, is if something sounds interesting or looks interesting when you read up about it, just sample it and be your own judge. Don't play into the drama and the tribalism of online communities and all that. Just if it sounds interesting, go sample it. It's that simple. Don't be sheep, people. Don't be sheeple. Be a better way to say it. Don't be sheeple. Be better than that. You guys are better than that. Not everything's gonna be great, some stuff, but most stuff does smell good. It's just how good. It's on a scale of how good, because most stuff's not bad. Everybody likes different things. Kix Griffey wearing Wulong Cha. Kix Griffey approved FWO Wolfpack for Life Yak Mob. That's okay that you're late. Yeah, I like it, man. Yeah, for sure. We're way overpopulated. 8 billion people's too many. It's just too many. 78 likes. Nicely. The bottle looks great, right? It's got this iridescence to it. I said gradients earlier. I meant iridescence. Look at that. It's a good looking bottle. It is. They did good. The atomizers don't play around either. Definitely worth sampling. 902's tobacco, so I don't have that one. Not really. I've only tried Soothing Zephyr's great. I've only tried Santal 33 that I can remember, and I don't like Santal 33. It kind of pumped the brakes on the brand for me, but another 13, the clone I have, Soothing Zephyr, makes me more interested. It reels me back in. Plus, Justin swears by Tobacco 28. Good to see you, sir. Interlude Black Iris. Violet Leaf typically isn't, but Violet is. Violet Leaf's typically one of a few things. It's usually either ozonic or aquatic. Sometimes it can be metallic too. That's the three main characteristics I'm familiar with. It could be providing that. Typically, it's just a straight up violet note that will be. There is a difference between Violet and Violet Leaf. But it could definitely be. Slightly on my skin, very fresh and lemony. I do get the lemon up top for sure. It smelled a little fruity sweet at first. Now it's just so smooth, man. Smooth. So let's see. Yeah. Worth $175. Not really. I would wait. I would sample it first. It depends, because it can be. If it was over 200, I would say too much. 175 is kind of, I look at it this way. Do you buy YSL stuff and Dior and Victor and Rolf and all these other ones that are kind of in that price range these days at retail, or do you wait? You know, when would this hit discounters? I have no idea. Probably not for a while. So it comes down to, if you sample it, you may end up really liking it because it's pretty damn good. So that's what it comes down to if you see the value in it at 175. At 175, I could say, because of the size of the collection, no. 125, yes. 175, I would wait. Personally, this is just me. 125 or less, it would be a grab for me. 175 is a bit much for me, just based on the way I purchase with the collection I have in place already, even though it's not every blue, which I respect about it. That's one of the reasons it gets an 8 is it's not every blue fragrance. I really like that about it. It's one of its most endearing qualities. It's not just super redundant. I didn't mind the 3-hour raws, honestly. Alorum Sport, great choice. Kisa Blue. They have a different one because I have Kisa, but it's a blue bottle. We might be talking about the same fragrance. 801 is phenomenal. Look into that one, and you'll see why I say it's phenomenal. And 302. 302 is really good. That's a amber woody fragrance. Fall of Phaeton. My best recommendation would be to get a sample pack and try it for yourself, because it's warm, it's resinous, it's got a sweetness to it, it's got that Mysore sandalwood that he likes to use. All of his fragrances have deep character, but they're not run-of-the-mill stuff, so none of them are really safe blind buys. So I would definitely encourage sampling with Argos. Just because I can only speak on myself, just because I really like something doesn't mean you will. You shouldn't necessarily buy it. Now, look, if you're going to say screw it and buy it anyway, and I have an affiliate link, sure. If you like me, I would love that you use my link. I do make a small commission. In this instance, I don't have a link or anything. But I sure would hope that you're going to be more responsible with your money. Just again, my motto, I blind buy so you don't have to. Now, granted, these are both scent, but most of the time I'm buying, and I'm usually blind. Not all the time. I've been sampling more, but I typically blind buy so you don't have to. And even then, it's still just my opinion. You should still sample, even though. Ooh, I would definitely take Strong With You, absolutely, over Born in Roma Intense. Easily. Oh, that don't matter. It's not super redundant because it's boozy. There's a lot of booze in that one. Precious Liquid Mandarin. Rhubarb notes so good. I wish these decants didn't suck so bad, though. They leak if you look at them wrong. Damn. I didn't. So I'm going to skip on down a little bit Just stick. I just love fragrance. That's how I am too. Like, y'all can throw that influencer tag on me all you want. I am an enthusiast. I've always put that in the intro of my videos because that's what I am. I'm a fragrance enthusiast. I just love this shit. There's $10 fragrances I love. There's $1,000 fragrances that I love that were sent to me because I never spent $1,000 on a fragrance. That's crazy. That's crazy. I have not tried Amber Gold. No, not that one in particular. I have Euphoria Intense. I don't think I've tried it. I may have. I gotta think back. Happy birthday to the bad guy for sure. Noir 29, I have heard good things. I've tried clones of it. I just haven't tried the original. Long Child mixed with Gris Charnel if they had a baby. That's an interesting take. It pretty much is. That's what I'm saying. Like, but for me personally, the way I shop, I would want to spend like $125. Now with 10% off, you would get it for $17.50 off. So that does bring it down into the high 150s before taxes. So it's almost there. It's still a better deal, but I still would encourage sampling. So we're going to skip on down a little bit. Not as much as you think. Strong With You Intensely, super sweet, and Strong With You Tobacco is very spicy. They're like opposite sides of the spectrum. One's the sweetest in the line. The other's the spiciest in the line. Not as redundant as you would think. Well, what all niche fragrances are in that price range, really? From discounters, a good bit. But even then, it's like not Raja Dove, not Creed, barely Parfums de Marly if it's their newer releases, no. Just to throw a few names out there. So it depends. It depends on the brands we're talking here. Yes and no, right? You have a good one, sir. All right, so we made it to the bottom, and we're going to stop right there. All right, Dedrick, I don't know if you done dipped or what, but it's game time. Let's see what Iris Cartagena 502 is all about. Is it good? Is it great? Is it just okay? Is it going to be bad? Highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. Come on. No. Doesn't want to slide out easily, I'll tell you that. And their usual nice little flip top to the box. The thing I've always liked about their bottles is they're very uniform. They stack really well on shelving. Foam was really wanting to hold it. They're nothing crazy, but they are very uniform. Just the right thickness. You've got a thick enough base. It's not slender, but it's not over the top glass. Information on the bottom. It is a 100 milliliter bottle. Extrait de Parfum. These are French perfumes. Has their logo. Cap tends to hold in place in my experience, as it does here. Really strong, actually. Clicked in. They used to not click in. Let's see what we're... There's some earthiness here. So it's definitely quality iris. Great atomizer. Very earthy. Okay, that's the papyrus and the iris. So there's definitely natural iris. And the papyrus note is very present here. It's giving that earthy green smell to it. That is earthy iris. That is the root. That's pulling it out the dirt right there. It's earthy. This is the real deal. This is quality iris. Now, if you typically like designer iris fragrances, that does not mean you're going to like this, because this is not the same kind of iris. This is not those waxy makeup powder bombs that are just, you know, kind of playful, a little on the feminine side, you know, the powdery stuff. This is powdery, but natural iris is much more earthy. And that is exactly what's going on here. It is like very earthy. This is not what I was expecting. I mean, I know they use quality ingredients, but I wasn't expecting this level of earthy. the picture I had in my mind, especially with them labeling it as gourmand and intense. I don't know what kind of crazy people want to label this as a gourmand, maybe in the dry down, but early in the fragrance, absolutely not. So Kicks, I'm kind of in the middle of something. maybe text me later. I know you're here. I'm not blown away by it like you would think. For the profile, it is well done. It's high quality stuff. But this is very earthy. Wearability, I think, goes into the classier side of apparel. Wardrobe's got to step up with this one. This is not a t-shirt iris. This is not a polo shirt iris. This ain't no hoodie iris. I mean, you can. Just, you're going to smell very underdressed. It just won't, they don't go together. This does not go with what I'm wearing currently, this performance Under Armour shirt and a flat bill hat. There's a little bit of sweetness creeping in here. It's a little chocolatey, maybe? That cacao, I think there's cacao. I think they listed cacao on the box. Yeah, it's cacao. Okay, that explains the chocolatiness that I'm getting. I'm not blown away by it. Is it good? Yeah, of course it's good. But I'm not blown away by it. I'm going to give it a moment. It is very good. I would like a full breakdown, please, and thank you. Got the 10 mLs, 125s. Okay, here we go. Rum, really? I don't want any cookies, thank you. Okay, top notes: entails rum, West African cacao, petitgrain mandarin. Not familiar. That's petitgrain and mandarin orange are typically different notes. I'm not familiar with this particular note. Moroccan iris, Italian sandal, Indian sandalwood, not Italian. Vanilla, American cedar, leather, animal is in animalic notes, smoky notes, tobacco, tar, tonka bean, vanilla, powdery notes, almond, cashmeran, woody notes, earthy notes, and violet. That's way more complex than I thought. I wasn't expecting all of that going on. So what this tells me is I'm in for some nuance. It should start changing, which it is getting a bit sweeter and chocolatey. But the rum surprises me. I'm sure that's adding to the sweetness, but I don't get a boozy accord personally. Dedrick, if you're still here, please weigh in. Do you get booze? I don't get booze. Interesting though. It's getting much better. It's getting woodsy. So we got the sandalwood. We've got cedar. So that explains why it's getting woody. The heart notes. Two different types of woods. It's getting smoky. It's rapidly changing. So I got it. That's bonus points here. It's nuancing. That's well-constructed perfume. That's a well-constructed perfume if it's nuancing this quickly. It is getting better. The opening was super, super earthy. Like super earthy. I was surprised. You would think the earthiness would be more in the dry down, especially reading the base. And it may continue to get more earth, but it's actually smoothing out and it's getting, I think the way to put this would be it's getting more approachable than it was in the opening. The opening was kind of like, okay, this is a limited wearability. This is not going to be for everyone. It's classy. It's elegant. I got to say, I still feel that way, even though it's changing pretty drastically. The smokiness is what's winning me over right now. It's not as earthy, but these smokier accords are starting to come in. The leather chords coming out too. This, okay, it's starting to dance a little bit. It's flirting with me. It's dancing a little bit. It's slowly raising its score as it develops. Which it wasn't going to be a bad score. It just wasn't going to be 9 out of 10. And I still don't know if it warrants that. It's not like blowing me away. So it's not going to be a 9 out of 10. It'll be sub 9. It's hovering in the 8s somewhere. I just got to figure out where it's going to land. Again, it's flirting with me. It's doing a little seductive dance here by nuancing and getting smokier. It's getting woodsy. It's losing some of the earthy facets, but not too much of it. I feel like it's interchanging, whereas the iris dominance is slowing down, and I'm getting more like tobacco notes and whatever these woods are specifically, because we have more woody notes in the base on top of what's in the heart. I'm kind of feeling like it's not blowing me away, even though it's nuancing. And now this has room to grow, but I'm thinking 7.75 out of 10. I do think it's a very good fragrance. It just doesn't captivate me the way I was hoping, but it is really good. It just, it's not wowing me. Honestly, I like the blue fragrance more. I like Tumi Dusk more. I think because of the wearability factoring in here, I'm going to call this very good, bordering great. 7.75 out of 10 is my initial impression here, which is just the first few minutes. It is changing rapidly. There is room to grow through further exploration of the scent as far as how I'm going to feel about it. And I'm not underwhelmed by it by any means. It's just not outstanding, captivating. Holy crap, this is the best iris fragrance I've smelled in a long time. It's not that. Not to me. Quality stuff, though. Well blended. It's balanced to where it's really starting to have, it's got layers that are slowly peeling back for me here. It is really good. I'm sticking to my guns, though. I'm feeling 7.75 out of 10. Very good, bordering great. May surprise some of you, but that's okay. That's okay, right? Definitely worth a sample if you want a different iris fragrance. It doesn't remind me of anything. Literally nothing else. It doesn't remind me of anything. Okay, and here we go. You probably don't like what I have to say. You probably didn't like what I had to say, D. Yeah, he sure did. He opened his way before mine. No, it's definitely not for everyone. It is starting to change quite a bit. The cacao's early, but I don't find it's often. What do I mean? I mean, I don't get a lot of it. I got it for a little bit, and then it kind of faded to the background. Yeah, it was. Smelling it on my skin changes so much. I've never tried Terray Essence, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, you don't get no booze either. Well, I mean, I'm not going to. You gave it a 9.7. All right. I don't see that, but that's just me. It is getting sweeter. I see the elements of making it a gourmand come out more. It's getting sweeter. I was expecting more and more earthy because the way that base looks, animalic notes, leather, earthy notes, all that. It's like, oh, okay, birch tar, smoky notes listed. Like, all right, It is good. It is good. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm just giving you a hard time, man. It could be a 10.2 out of 10 for you. It's all good. See, when it comes to blue and iris, that's my two favorite types. So I tend to be a bit more critical because it's like I have so many blues and so many iris-based fragrances that I got to be floored to go anything above an 8, really. Like Dusk would have had to be even more original to get past an 8. This would have had to be even more wearable because I have a lot of special occasion irises that I like more. Black Prestigium, for example, that's way more challenging than this, but it's way more impressive to me at the same time. That's a 9.5 to me. I think I gave it a 9.75. That's my 9.7, which you may think is terrible. It's because we're all just different. That's what it is. He is indeed. Man, screw them London games, man. 8:30 game already started. I was like, shit, I didn't sub out Travis Etienne in time. Got a bagel from him in my redraft league, my auction league. I'm not poo-pooing your rating. I'm just kind of surprised we're so far apart. We're literally 2 whole points apart. I'm 7.75. You're 9.7. Yeah, that's stunning. And the wearability on it is next to nothing for me. Like, I have never found a situation yet since I got it to wear it. I just pull the cap and sniff it, maybe give the occasional hand spray. And I still think it's one of the most interesting fragrances I've ever smelled, especially iris based. Yeah, for sure. It's true art. It's going to be interpreted differently from people to people. Yeah, very much. I'd like to see what he thinks. I know he likes black gold, and it's almost like I think black gold's big brother in some ways, because there are somewhat elements shared. Like if black gold's more of the daytime fragrance, black precision is more the nighttime special occasion fragrance. They're definitely akin to one another without being the same fragrance, if that makes sense. I do find stuff. There's always new stuff. You're trying to find a needle in a haystack when it comes to new perfume releases every year, but that needle's out there. There's multiple needles in that haystack. You just got to find them. And see, I appreciate a lot of daring choices, but I just don't have situations to wear them is my only problem. Like I have a bunch of like just amazing, breathtaking blends on that wall. I have several that I never wear because they don't go with how I normally dress. And I don't want to insult the artwork and disrespect that perfume because I feel like they deserve to be worn appropriately. So it's kind of a blessing and a curse in many ways. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, and good stuff. I think it's a timeless classic. I think everybody should get a bottle just to give it a shot. It's only $20. Timeless classic. For the future, never ask me directly for my honest thoughts because every fucking word that comes out of my mouth is honest. Hence my response to you here and now. I don't like when people type that because it insinuates other things aren't honest. And so I don't like that. I'm about to like block the word honest on my channel because it insinuates there's other times that aren't honest. And I'm brutally honest all the time. Some people can't stand me for it because truth hurts sometimes. Right. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I don't put honest review in my titles because everything I review, I'm telling you what I really think, so just food for thought. I don't know if anybody else feels the way I feel as far as content creators, but that's how I feel about that. When somebody asks for my honest thoughts, all of my thoughts are honest on every situation. I'm not going to lie to you because I could give a shit less if you buy a bottle of anything, affiliate link or not. I don't care. I'm going to tell you how I feel. And I hope you can appreciate that. Well, not in profile. I don't mean in profile. I mean, if one's the daytime, the other's the nighttime and special occasion, because they're both so interesting and unique. Oh, that's fair. And you don't like black gold, so that makes sense too, and why you feel that way. Speaking of fragrances that have low wearability, boy, they got some challenging stuff. They got some interesting stuff too, though. No, I don't think anybody should go out and buy everything. No, I say all the time, like what I have is ridiculous and unnecessary. And if they weren't all write-offs, it just wouldn't make any sense. Because this is also what I do full time. Like my biggest stream of income is what Google AdSense pays me. I have other streams of income, but I mean, what you guys think of me is the most important thing. There's no free bottle, affiliate link, sponsored video that's worth losing you guys. This is nothing without you guys. So you guys are always number one. Always. Always, always, always. None of that shit's worth losing you guys. I want y'all to know that. Y'all are the most important ingredient in the recipe is you guys. All the other shit's extra. It don't matter. It really doesn't. So. Oh, I'm about to light you up. I see that comment, Jason. I'm about to light you up. Don't worry. I'll get to you in a moment, sir. It caught my eye. I'll catch you in a second. Recommend something similar to CH Bad Boy Extreme. I've recently been crazy about that type of scent. Similar to it, just get that. I'm a little confused by that because if you really like Bad Boy Extreme, just get Bad Boy Extreme. I don't understand. I mean, if you're crazy about it, yeah, just stick with that. I mean, why would you want to get something else if that's specifically you're in love with? Just get that. I mean, that's the real answer to a question like this. I appreciate that, Joel. Thank you, my man. I agree. I agree. I'm very situational, almost to it kind of detrimentally to myself. I mean, it's at a detriment to myself the way I'm so situational, but I feel like if you really if you're really into this is just my thoughts. If you're really into this, just all of these little bottles. If you're really into this, why wouldn't you want to pair it appropriately? Like I can love and appreciate some art and never wear it because I never have the right situation come across. And it's unfortunate, but when that situation does arise, oh, do I have the perfect fragrance or a small collection of the perfect fragrances for the situation to select from, or a specific adventure that's upcoming, and boy, I have these two are going to be perfect for this. You know, that's just how I feel. It's like I said, it can be detrimental when you have such a casual lifestyle day to day, like I do, to have such because some of the most impressive fragrances in the world are definitely not casual. So it's a double edged sword. I do have that one. That's a good one. Good choice. I appreciate that, Kara. I know you go to my defense quick, and I appreciate that. Just no reason to go having little beefs and comment sections over it. It's not that serious. Trust me, when people have negative things to say about me, that's more of a reflection on themselves than me. Because look, not everybody likes everyone. Not everybody agrees with everything they hear, and that's fine. It's if people want to go vent about me elsewhere, it's all good. Here, unacceptable. Not going to happen. You won't see it. That shit's done and done, gone. But elsewhere, it's all good. It's all good. I don't want you to. I appreciate the loyalty. That's why you got a wrench. I vibe with you, Carrie. You're good people. But it's one of those things I don't want you to go out your way to just have an argument with somebody defending me. It's not worth it. I appreciate you. Just know that. Know that in those situations. So here's what I'm talking about. This MF right here. All right. Like I said on Kix Griffey's IG Live yesterday, when I had your compadre, your co-host, your co-partner, your co-pilot, your tag team partner, Hidden Gems. You the biggest hater I've met in this space. You a hater's hater. You hate haters and haters hate you, and things to hate, just hate, hate, hate. You would be the host of the new version of the Player Haters Ball. Yeah, you the biggest hater I've ever seen in this space, Jason. Everything you say is just hate. You hateful SOB. You're my favorite hater on the planet. And I'm glad you got your package, and I hope you enjoy those decants, my man. Let me know what you think about Extreme Leather whenever you spray that one. Now, it was so good I had to buy a bottle. Anybody that thinks I'm serious, I'm joking. This is what he and I do. We just talk shit to each other. That is our friendship. Jason's my kind of guy because we talk shit to each other. So, love you, my guy. You hating ass bitch. Coral Fantasy. The gold has creeped up. The gold has creeped up fast, but Coral Fantasy is still the king of that for me. Good to see you, Jonathan. Just started Scent Journey Explorer set. Really digging this one. I got a text from earlier. I sent him those Mont Blanc samples that Miss Heather sent me. Since I tried them, he had wanted to check them out. I was like, man, I'll send them to you. You can have them. That's the truth. Everybody wants me to shit on something until it's something they like. Then it's like, oh, I don't trust what you say anymore because you don't like a fragrance I like. I trusted you until now, Ross. Now all of a sudden you don't know what you're talking about. I love it. I love it, guys. I've never heard of Scent Bee. This is the first time I've heard of this place. I'm not familiar. Oh yeah, that's why some people can't stand me, and that's cool. I love being me. I love waking up and getting to be me every day. Being me is great. I wouldn't trade being me for anything else in the world. I love my life. I love everything. I love it. I'm very blessed. God has been very good to me. I love coming on here and chopping it up and talking shit and talking fragrance with you guys. Life's good. Life's good. Any complaining I do is just me fucking around. I really have no complaints. Life is very good. I'm living a dream every day. What is he wearing today? I didn't see him put a scent of the day. Oh, here we go. Ramon Monagal, Hazy Rose. It's a rose fragrance, so I have faith that it's good. Yeah, that's what Jason does. No, that's Jason. That was a great answer. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. I'm not sure exactly what I said that you're referring to specifically. Is it the... It's probably not about me joking with Jason. It's probably the other stuff I was talking about, I would think. Because with Jason, I'm clearly just picking with Jason. So let me skip on down a little bit. So we got both of them done. We're hour 5. We got, close to 30 minutes to just bullshit now at this point. There's very few fragrances that fit wearing a suit and also jeans and a t-shirt. There's a lot of fragrances that work with a suit. I would dare I say there's possibly more fragrances that work with a suit than with a t-shirt in the mainstream. The reason I say this is if you look at anything barbershop, anything aromatic fougere, woody aromatic, typically everything that fall into those profiles work well with a suit. Whether it be classic aromatic fougere, classic citrus aromatic, modern aromatic fougere, and any woody aromatics, which that is like the predominant 3 main olfactive classifications for men's fragrances. Those are in abundance. And that's all stuff that typically, just think of your favorite woody aromatic, think of your favorite aromatic fougere, think of your favorite older school, not the modern citrus aromatics, because they're like very, very casual. But if you think like Eau Sauvage type, like let's talk 60s to 90s. Citrus aromatic, not 2000s plus. A lot of those are still, that's timeless classics to a lot of people that people still wear. So I beg to differ, sir, politely and friendly. Honestly, I that's my honest opinion, Nano. I hope you know I'm just picking with you. I'm just playing. I like to have fun, man. Jewelry and watches, not everything's suited for everyday occasions, mood, situations. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. Alternative to vintage, made in Italy. Man, that's a classic right there. It was my first fragrance, and I can't bear the smell. Really? The modern formulas aren't bad. Clearly not the exact same. It is a shell. I agree. It's a shell of what they used to be, the stickered bottles. But, man, it's been so long since I smelled those. Because I have a newer formulation. I wouldn't even begin to tell you, other than maybe Creed Tabarome, but you're going to pay Creed prices. I appreciate that, Kara. Thank you. So that is Scrooge McDuck. Spencer apparently made it for him because we're constantly, so he is a Scrooge because he's a bitter old bastard. And we're constantly calling him a rich guy. I thought about he's my favorite realtor. Jason's a very successful realtor. Jason got fuck you money. No, the joke I made in the past is Jason doesn't quite have fuck you money. He's got screw you guys money. The PG version of it. He's got screw you guys money. So that's the joke that's always running about him being a rich guy. So of course he got Scrooge McDuck as his avatar now. Jason is definitely a heel. Yeah, for sure. This is what we do. This is me and my friend circle. This is what we do. And there you go. I actually don't have experience with anything from Javoy. I know, sad, because I've heard good things. I have heard good things. Sin of the Night is Ursa Tiziana Terenzi, I believe. Yeah, take that up off of him. He don't need that. How dare he? He don't need that. You need to get that up off of him. That's why I keep coming back. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Hook her up. You don't like it anyway. Give her a good deal. Get it up off your hands. Imagination, which I don't dislike Imagination. There's others I prefer from the house. No, I don't not like it. I just wouldn't buy a bottle of it. It's not worth it to me. Seraphine Blue, and I don't like it. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. That's a 10 to me. One of my 2 10s. Yeah, Jason's a good dude. I wouldn't pick with Jason like this if this wasn't our dynamic. You know what I mean? If I thought I was offending Jason, I wouldn't say it. You know, This is what we do. Everywhere we go, literally every channel, every platform, this is what me and Jason do. Privately, when we text each other. You should hear some of the voice messages I sent him while he was hunkering down for the hurricane. It's affection. If we consider each other friends and I pick on you, it's affection. It's just me showing you I care about you. You know? I'm a very loyal friend. I'm extremely loyal. I'm a great friend, terrible enemy. We did Tumi Dusk already. That was the first one we did, roughly 17 or 18 minutes into the stream. I'll scroll back to that point. It is quite versatile. It's like a powdered musk, lemon, woodsy. It's very versatile. It's a little sweet and ambery. It's good. It is good. It's worth a sample. I prefer it to the iris fragrance, believe it or not, that we tried. See, that's a classy house right there. Which sample? Because I've done 2 live streams with him so far, and I did a 3rd sniffing with Dedrick on his channel in Vampire Rum. So I've done 3 rounds of those samples so far. At what point did you decide to pursue this full time? When it was financially feasible for me to do so. And that was September 2020 was when I got out the car business and started doing this full time. I've been full time for over 4 years. We were comfortable. Now we're much more comfortable. Like we didn't have crazy extra. Like I couldn't buy all these shoes and drop $2,000 on fragrances every month. Like I had to be more strategic back then. When I would buy stuff, I was still buying fragrances, you know. But when it's stuff like I really should get that, I really want to get this, I really want to get that. I was much more selective at the time because I had to be wiser. Because the stream of incomes were Google and, you know, some affiliate links and stuff like that. But, you know, over the years, things have expanded, things have changed, other avenues have come in. More comfortable, able to fund another channel, you know, buying shoes, which I love doing. Check out those Orchid 4s. That video dropped today. Them fly ass shoes. Let me see if I move there they are right over the chair. Oh, God, those are so fly. Those are so fly. Hashtag got them early. I would hope so. I would hope so. Well, we'll have to do that on another stream, though. It'd be a different stream. Yeah, I wore it yesterday and the day before. I wore it Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's very redundant. Not that I'm aware of. Do any of you, have you ever tried a niche fragrance and you were like, this is Eros? I'd be curious to check that out too. If anybody has one, I haven't come across one. But yeah, when it comes to the EDT, the EDP, and the Parfum, you don't need all 3. Just like I mentioned, Bleu de Chanel the same way. Pick your favorite, get that one. Whichever one has the right nuance that suits your taste, get that one. Because they're all the same DNA. Especially with Eros. Eros, all 3 of those are super similar. You start getting different when you go to Flame, and then Eros Energy is basically just in an Eros bottle. But Flame is a manipulation of Eros. It's the best one. I agree with a lot of people on that. My second favorite being the EDP. It's the happy medium of the 3 main, the EDT, EDP, and Parfum. But I do quite enjoy the Parfum. If you want the warmer of the bunch, the most ambery one, the Parfum's the way to go. I have all of them because it's what I do, you know? Whereas anybody this isn't what you do, you just need one. You just need one if you like the DNA. Only honest opinions, right? I can't lie to you. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Dick. Damn it, I was gonna lie to you too. Sure. I've always said CH Men Privés for a single man. That's immediately what comes to mind. That is a single man's fragrance. That's I've always called it the Out on the Prowl fragrance. CH Men Privé. Still that. French Defense, it's just a cheat code, I think. Mind Games, French Defense. I think those 2 difference makers to me personally. It's a confidence thing. Sure, they need to be alluring, which they are, but what kind of mood what kind of aura does it give you? You that guy when you wear those fragrances? That matters. If you're gonna be singling out on the hunt, you got to be that guy, right? As far as the third one, rosé, because now you're unique. Now you're different. You got this intoxicating smoky rose on. Ooh, boy, are you different from other guys, right? So there you go. C.H. Min Privé, the greatest designer single man's fragrance ever, I think. French Defense for Mind Games, because it's just not fair to others. And rosé, because boy, are you different. That's my three. That's the three. Hopefully, I never have to worry about that again. I don't think I will. Very happy and successful and loving marriage. But, you know, based on the question, those three fragrances. I don't care who said that. That's their opinion. I don't feel that way. Hyped up. So, no, nothing's ever really hyped up. If everybody's a free thinker and has their own mind and can make their own decisions, there's no such thing as a hyped up fragrance. It's just, does it sound interesting to you? Sample it. My answer is always the same, because that's a quick way to kill that crap. You know, I get excited about stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm trying to, like, you need to buy this. Once in a while, if it's cheap, I'll be like, just buy it. It's $18. Just give it a shot. Stuff like that, yeah. But we start talking 80, 100, 120 bucks on up. I ain't saying that kind of stuff, no matter how much I like it. Then I'm just encouraging you to sample it. It's a different story. So, of course, I can always just speak for myself, but that's just an opinion. And if you sample them for yourself, you may agree with me, you may agree with him. You may fall somewhere in between or have a very different opinion from both myself and this person. So it just comes down to sampling. Everything you hear, read, see, take with a grain of salt until you smell it yourself. Take it with a grain of salt. That's two of the best ones, especially Triumph, in my opinion, of course. Vanilla Oud, Isola Blue. Just stabbing me in the heart over and over with these names. Virgin Holland Water, Adonis Awakens, and Rosé. Okay, now we're friends again. It's okay. Cidrapoise, excellent choice. Yeah, for sure. I'm just playing around. I legitimately don't care if anybody likes the stuff I like, you know, because I like it. That's all that matters to me. Y'all don't have to smell me. I have to smell me. I'm living in that sillage when I wear these fragrances. You know, none of you are going to smell me. I don't know any of you. Like, we acquaint, but I don't know you. We don't hang out in person. We don't have lunch and shit. We don't work out together. You know, you're not going to smell me. I'm not going to smell you. So what we think is personal. You know, it's irrelevant to the next person what fragrances we like. It's an individualistic thing. Very fair statement. Yeah. Hey, man, they work. They work. I got a bottle. I haven't sprayed in a long time. I can Tina a Fragcom. I guess that makes you Tina then, huh? Just saying. Just saying. I love Jason. He's great. Sets me up. He sets me up all the time. I'm going to give comparison to Burlington 1819. What are you talking about? I missed something. I'm curious. I'm curious about that rabbit hole. Hold on. That's my guy. This client asked me to repeat it again. Yeah, you mean the indigenous ginger? Yesterday he said indigenous ginger. I said, to what region? Because it's totally the wrong word. I knew what he meant. It doesn't mean I ain't going to give him a hard time. Nerd says, good to see you. Wood and Spice from Creed. Hell yeah. For sure. Scent Explorer's around the corner. I won't be there. Check the will not be attending portion for me, but I know a lot of people are going. I heard it's 3 nights this year. Not so much. Usually it's the other way around where something will grow on me and I'll start to like it more, but normally it doesn't happen where I typically like anything less. Ooh. Easy is a subjective term, but Spencer turned me on to this, and it's really, really freaking good. Soul Patchouli from Vertus. mid $100 range from discounters, really strong, has a freshness to it. Very leafy green patchouli, not too dirty and earthy, but in a clean way. Is that too contradictory? I'm trying to articulate my thoughts. So good. Spencer was on me for like a year about getting this. When I finally got it, it's like, oh, you were right, sir. This is one of the best patchouli fragrances I've ever smelled. Very approachable. This would be the easy recommendation based on the question. I encourage you to try that one. You got the last release because they're coming out next year. They're re-releasing next year. Stop it. Owl on the prowl. There you go. I appreciate you, sir. Mike, good to see you. Acqua di Gio Profondo. We had a few people in the chat talking about that. Jason with the 499 super chat. I appreciate that. Bad Boy Le Parfum, my least favorite. I have all of them. I don't have the newest one, something ice or whatever. I haven't tried that one yet. Very prominent cannabis note. Yeah, you don't want that. It's nice when it dries down, but you got like 30 minutes of smelling like weed. And I mean legitimately smelling like weed. I have it, don't wear it. I wore it one time. I was like, nope, can't do it. Yeah, you don't want that one. Pass on it. Yeah, for sure. You have the perfect reason not to even bother trying it. Yeah, it does have prominent cannabis note. It sure does. Indeed. I'm always up for it. I know exactly what I want to do. Just need a green light from George. Whenever he's ready, I'm ready. Yeah, I hope to one day. I'd like to continue the story I've been telling. We've got the everyday work fragrance. We've got the evening cool weather fragrance. I need to continue the story. I'm building a wardrobe here. I've been knowing what before Evening Mystique ever sold out. I knew what I wanted to do for if I get an opportunity to do a third one, which it would be with George. I mean, I'm not saying there's been other opportunities that I've turned down. It just didn't seem like the right opportunity. Once you do things at a certain level, you want to stay. I want to keep doing that, you know. So in the event I get a third opportunity, I know what I want to do. 100% the story I'm telling. 100% know what I want to do. So Bacio Immortelle from Argos, I think, is the ultimate. It's my wedding fragrance of choice. But if you want a more earthy, woodsy twist, Bliss from Parody Descends. It's another niche fragrance, but it's more about patchouli and woods. The raspberry takes a back seat. And then I thought of you with today's scent choice. I mentioned how last week I jumped on your stream. I went with Remarkable People today. So, and I'm constantly getting whiffs of it. I got these two fragrances on my hands, and all I smell is Remarkable People, by the way. Been meaning to tell y'all. All I smell is these 6 sprays coming off my neck. And I got the Iris fragrance here and Tumi Dusk over here. Oh, yeah. With you, man. I'm with you. Okay, so French Defense is expensive as shit for Mind Games. That's hundreds of dollars. Sample. It's like a syrupy, boozy cherry. It's amazing. It's the greatest cherry fragrance known to man. I'll die on that hill. It's crazy intoxicating. And the last one is Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Go to my link tree. If you click in the description, you'll see the get discounts and socials and everything here. And go to my Zaharoff link. The link automatically saves you 10%. Go get you a sample. Don't just blind buy it. It's a rose incense. It's incredible. It's one of my 5 favorite fragrances. I love it. It's immaculate. Yeah, sample those, man. Don't just roll the dice. Just because that's the ones I pick, I would not encourage you to do so. Okay, where are we at? Started working over a month. Working out now, loving it, getting my guns bigger. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. It's okay. I have it. It's nice. I haven't worn it in a while, though. Certain ones are. Yeah, some of them are low 100s. Palace Athene. Hey, hell yeah. I'm waiting on the right situation to wear Black Rose. Because Black Rose isn't a casual daytime kind of wear, even in the fall. I'm looking for the right evening situation. I love me some Black Rose. That's top 3 from the brand for me. My favorite, Seraphine Blue Rosé and Black Rose. That's my top 3. Both the rose fragrances are 2 of the top 3. I'm just not interested in going. The obvious, just don't want to go. Ombre Leather Parfum, great choice. Great choice, Omar. Magnifique. It's art. It's art. There's people that do like it. Spencer, that I mentioned a moment ago, being one of them, that loves it. It's his favorite version of Bad Boy. Just know you're going to smell like weed for a little while. Right? Creed Tabarone, man. So if you like Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, if you like Versace The Dreamer, this is better than both of them. It's of the same style. Lavender tobacco, gentlemanly kind of stuff. Yeah. Creed Tabarone. It's the one. I got a big old decant. It's special. I won't get a bottle because I got like 11 ml left in my decant out of 15 ml that I won't finish. It's a good decant too. It's sealed, really well sealed. It's not spoiling anytime soon. But yeah, I can confirm. If you like those, you'll love Creed Tabarone. Yeah. Never tried that one. The hay note is back. White bottle with a hay note. Is it under new arrivals? Is it Lavar del Sol? Because this one doesn't have a picture. No, it is not. That's a cool looking bottle. That's a new release. So this is in stock. 30 ml. I don't want a 30 ml. 100 ml tester is 158. Full presentation is 165. I love the bottle. Sweet, floral, spicy, fruity, creamy, apple, orange, green notes, Indian rose, bergamot, lemon. I like the top. Cardamom, lily, jasmine, violet, caramel, musk. This looks good. This looks good. What is Samuel saying? Addictive is the word I find to describe this. Fruity floral, amber musk, molecular magic, smoothly blended, big love. Opens floral and sweet spicy edge, transitions sweet spicy lactonic with floral notes, has some oriental feel to it. Pour on skin blend, the polar opposite of what the first guy said. German, I'm assuming. I think that's synthetic is the word we're going for here. I don't speak German. Rated pretty well overall, though. Add that to cart. Because I'm going to be buying some fragrances here tonight. That reminds me I got this cart, so for those of you wondering. The Blue Talisman clone from Fragrance World, Curious. Nishane Desiro, gotta have it. Hesperide Colonis, the third Colonis flanker that I don't have, that I need to get. Love Triumphs Over War and Boston Scent Elixir are for the member giveaways. They won the votes. And then we might have to go ahead and grab Lavar del Sol here. I'm very interested. That puts me around 700. Going to use some points and everything. Might hold off. I didn't want to drop 700. I was trying to stay around 5 something. So I don't know. I might still do it. But now, I don't remember a hay note in Quattro Pizzi. Yep, they do have a hay note. So I can tell you firsthand, don't mind the hay. You're not going to smell it. You're going to smell this heart right here. Tazo was a big old fan of this one when we did our decant swap, me, him, and Dedrick. I was surprised how much him and Dedrick loved it. If you like creamy, sunscreen, white floral, coconut, the dominance of what you're going to get, this is actually really good. It's very thick. So basically you're telling me this is back in stock. $30 ml, 100 ml tester for $137. I paid like $140-ish, so that's about the same. I got the full presentation. How much full presentation is going for? $140. There you go. Yeah. So it's the same price I paid for it earlier this year. That's a good one, guys. You got to like creamy white floral and coconut, though. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a damn good one. So we're about to hit an hour, and we literally just hit an hour and a half. We'll shut it down here in just a sec. Late to the game, my man. Yeah, late to the game. Appreciate you coming to check us out, though. Very nice. Love the dry now. They were handing out like hotcakes for PR. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, that's what kind of disappointed. It was a bad look for the brand. I gave it a 7.75. It didn't blow me away. Dedrick was surprised. He gave it a 9.7. I gave it a 7.5, 7.75. I think it's very good, bordering great based on my rating system. I really like it. It's got room to grow, but it didn't like blow me away. It's nuanced quite a bit, though. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. EDT and EP Le Parfum is on my list. Well, guys, we just hit the hour and a half. I guess we'll go ahead and shut it down. We actually made it to the bottom, so I appreciate you guys coming and hang with me, checking these two fragrances out. Worth samples, to answer the question? Yes, both of them are worth samples. Not worth blind buys, though. Nah, neither floored me. We had an 8 and a 7.75. Really good ratings, not outstanding. Oh my God, these are must try. They're worth a sample. Nothing must try, must own here. But if they sounded interesting, definitely worth a sample. That's what I would encourage doing. I think they are worth going through the hassle of ordering a sample for both of them. And the websites and any discount codes, I don't have nothing for Bon Parfumeurs, just their website. So Avant-Garde, I do have an affiliate code, save 10%. I do make a small commission if you happen to. If not, it's all good. I appreciate you coming and hang with me nonetheless. Thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Tomorrow, no live stream. Literally in an hour and a half, I got my fantasy basketball draft tonight. And then tomorrow at our usual live stream time, I'm recording an episode with the Cologne podcast. So no live stream tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday for another live stream. So typically don't live stream on Wednesdays. I usually get a lot done out in the world on Wednesdays. So once again, thank you guys for coming. Make sure to like this stream before you leave. Check out the weekly rotation from this morning if you have yet to. I would sure appreciate that support. Check out what I wore last week. And yeah, see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good one.